They say, life's challenges can either bury you or raise you higher. This is the story of a hunter's old dog who taught an entire village the meaning of courage. Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by tall trees and golden fields, there lived a hunter. He was strong and skilled, and beside him always walked his loyal dog. For many years, this dog was the hunter's closest companion. He helped track animals, guarded the home, and followed the hunter on long journeys through the forest. But as the years passed, the dog grew old. His legs became weak, his nose wasn't as sharp, and he could no longer keep up with the fast pace of hunting. The hunter still cared for him, but he no longer relied on the dog for work. Instead, he allowed the old friend to spend his days wandering in the open fields, lying in the sun, and enjoying the slow, peaceful rhythm of life. One bright and sunny afternoon, the dog was sniffing around the fields, searching for scraps of food. But suddenly, thud, he slipped and tumbled straight into a deep, narrow well hidden in the ground. The poor dog barked and cried out, his voice echoing up the dark walls. He tried to climb, but the well was too deep and too steep. Trapped, scared, and alone, he howled for help, hoping someone would hear. Time passed. Almost an hour later, a man walking by, the hunter's neighbor, heard the desperate cries. Curious and worried, he followed the sound. When he reached the well and looked inside, his heart sank. There was the dog, pacing and whining at the bottom. The neighbor ran quickly back to the village and called for the hunter. "Your dog has fallen into a well. Come quickly." The hunter's face turned pale. He rushed to the well with a group of villagers behind him. They peered inside and saw the old dog, trembling but alive. They tried rope, they tried pulling with sticks, they even tried lowering baskets, but nothing worked. The well was too deep. As the hours passed, the hunter's hope faded. He loved the dog, but he also saw how old and weak he had become. At last, with a heavy heart, he made a painful decision. He turned to the villagers and said, "This dog has served me well, but he is old, and perhaps it is time to let him go. Let us cover the well with earth, so he may rest in peace." The villagers looked at him in silence. Then, slowly, they picked up their shovels and began to throw dirt into the well. At first, the dog was confused. He felt the soil landing on his back and realized what was happening. His master had given up on him. His cries grew louder, sharper, filled with fear and heartbreak. Curious, the hunter leaned over the well. His eyes widened in disbelief. There, beneath him, his old dog was climbing higher and higher. Each bit of dirt, instead of burying him, was raising him up. His spirit, once trembling, now burned with determination. The crowd fell silent. They stopped throwing dirt and simply watched in awe. Finally, with one last push, the dog placed his paws on the mound of soil and leapt out of the well. He stood in the sunlight, panting, his fur covered with dust, but his eyes blazing with life. For a moment, no one spoke. The hunter, filled with shame and wonder, realized how wrong he had been to give up on his companion. The old dog didn't look back. He trotted off toward the fields, tail wagging proudly, as if declaring to the world, "I am not finished yet." This tale carries powerful lessons for all of us. 1. Turn burdens into steps. Just like the dog shook off the dirt and used it to climb, we can turn life's problems into opportunities to rise higher. 2. Don't give up on yourself. Even when others lose faith, what matters most is the strength you carry inside. 3. Your value is not defined by others. The hunter thought his dog was useless, but the dog proved he was still capable, still worthy, still alive with purpose. 4. Keep moving forward. No matter how heavy the dirt of life may feel, shake it off and step up. And so, the people of that village never forgot the old dog's lesson. They learned that sometimes, in the darkest pit, true strength is born. Because in life, challenges will come, dirt will fall, but whether it buries you or lifts you higher depends on how you choose to rise. Moral: when life throws dirt on you, don't stay buried. Shake it off. Step up. Keep climbing.